Hello, welcome back to This Board Game Life. I'm your host, Mark, and today I'm doing a solo playthrough of Donald X. Vaccarino's Vaccarino Moon Colony Bloodbath from Rio Grande Games. This is brand new, and my understanding is that the designer of the game, Donald X. Vaccarino, is known for Dominion. Boy, I hope I got that right. All of a sudden, I'm like drawing a big blank on him for some reason. But yes, Dominion is what he is most notable for. Another game, Kingdom Builder, which I really like. I've not played Dominion, which I know seems like a travesty, but I've not played Dominion, but I have played Kingdom Builder. I do have that one in my collection. I like that a lot. And but this is a game. Oh, where's my water? I don't have water. Excuse me. This is a game I've been looking forward to, and I'm really excited to do a playthrough, show you what it's like solo. It plays the same solo as it does with up to 5 players. The only difference is that you add a card called Loneliness into the solo only game. And so you have an additional card that will either hurt or benefit you as you're playing, but everything else is the same. So this basically will mimic a multiplayer game, just minus that one card. All right, so before we get to the table, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell icon so you never miss any new content released. All right, so let's get to the table. I do have the game set up. So I've got all my resources up here. I've got the developments here, the robot cards, the twist cards here. This is the, what is it called? The progress deck, I think. And then here's the events. They stay face up and they are always the same. I think it's called the progress deck. Let me double check. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the progress deck. So starts out with set amount of cards and then it will grow over time. And then this is basically what everyone's going to do. I've got my first 4 cards. I laid them out down here underneath my board. I'm going to build my tableau above my board. And normally, of course, you'd have your cards in your hand, but I'm going to lay mine out. Not that you can really see them very well, but I'll tell you kind of what things are. But this is the bottom part here would normally be in my hand. So just keep that in mind. These are my perk cards. Every player gets the exact same perk cards. So there's no need to hide these. They're all the same. Eventually, I will hopefully get to put perk cards into the deck to benefit me every time they come up. All right. The one thing I know that I'm going to do different than what the rule states are my action chits. You normally, according to the book, you put them off to the side, and when you take an action, when you have like a work card come out, you would put this on the, say the action. If I wanted to mine, I would do the mine, take the money, and when you were done, you move it into the center, basically to let everybody know that you are done. You've completed. And I probably should do that. What I did on my initial plays, because I'm playing by myself, I just left them sit on my board, and then I would just move it, do my action, and then I would move on. So, at the end of my round, it might look like this. But they recommend for multiple players to just, put them, when you do it, put it on the action, take your items, and then put it onto the middle so that everybody at the table knows that you're done. So I'm going to do that, try to get into the habit of that. But, I'll play it that way, because otherwise someone's going to come and say, you did those wrong. Yes, I will guarantee I get something wrong. So welcome to another edition of Mark Plays the Game Incorrectly. This is going to be my third time playing it today. First 3 times I've played it. I'm still learning it. I think I've got it pretty good, but whatever. That's, I guess, what the comments are for, to beat people up when they make a mistake or they do something wrong. But, have fun. I'm still enjoying the game, and it is what it is. I have not beat this. This is a hard game. It is meant to be tough, and to win in the solo, I got to get all the way through all 13 events and get to this instruction manual. If I can do that and survive, then I will win. Otherwise, you lose in a solo game. They say, well, your score is whatever event you got to. The highest I did, I think, was 9. Let's say I did get to event 7. I think the first time I got to 9, and the second time only got to 7. So it's interesting. It's a fun game. It's actually plays very quickly, and even with a group of up to 5 people, you're basically doing things at the same time, and so there's very very little downtime, and everybody's turn is quick. You do something, you gather your resources, or you're dealing with an event, so you're trying to, you're discarding cards or people or food or money or whatever. So it can happen really quick. The only real slowdown, I think, will be anyone really spending a lot of time trying to figure out what they want to do. If it's like build a building, well, which one do I want? So you might get a little AP there, but hopefully not. And but we're just gonna go. Again, I'm not teaching this game. I'm just showing you. I'm gonna do a solo play. I'm just sitting there playing. Turn the camera on and let you watch. I will talk and tell you what I'm doing. If you're interested in how this game plays solo, and again, this one outside of one card that's added to the deck, and I'll explain it when it comes up. It plays exactly the same. That you just would remove that one card. It's called loneliness. You would take that out in a multiplayer game, and everything is still the same. So, all right, let's just get started. So first thing is we flip over our progress, and I have a work card, so I can do any action, and I can build by spending a card. Now this card doesn't cost me any money, but it doesn't gain me any people, but it does give me 6 money. So this one I have 4 to start, so I can't play this card. It costs 10 money to deploy it, to build it. These are both 3. So this one says each time you play another building, you may pay 3 money to add a perk or get 3 more people. Not a bad card to have out. And this one is, I can give you 6 workers, cost 3 money, and when I do a restock, I may spend a box from this card, and if I do, I gain other things. But I am going to do a build action, but I'm just going to put this guy out. Does not cost me money, and I gain 6 money. So there we go. I guess I'll just leave the single monies. It's easier. And that's my turn. Like, that's it. I played that, collected this, and it's done. Now, everyone else at the table would be doing the exact same thing. They would do an action. Now, I did this. I'm going to move this. Signifies I'm done. And then we just go to the next one. And I got another work. There's 4 work cards in the deck. So, we can take actions 4 times through the deck, and this deck will grow bigger, but we will only do 4 actions. So I get another one. So now I got a bunch of money. I could build again, and I'm going to spend, I do have 10. Play 2 cards. Ooh. But I think you still have to pay the money. I'm almost positive. Like, if I had enough money, I could pay this one, and I get to play 2 more buildings, but I'm almost positive you still have to pay the cost. It's not like, it's just letting you get 2 more out if you have the money. So I'm going to verify that. The Lunacrete factory. There's nothing on here, so there's nothing. Building cards, yeah. There's. So I could get this out for the 10, pay 2 less for each building, That's the thing I like, but I would lose out on playing these 2 cards because I don't have the money. So I could hold off, play these out. Each time you play another building, you may pay 3 to add a perk or get 3 more people. Having more workers is important. Or I could hold off and try to get more money to get this out. Then I could put all of these out. So maybe I will mine. 1, 2. These are 5. So let's just turn this in for my 5. That makes it easier. And then I will just mine for 4. I'm just going to mine this turn. I think I want to do that so then I can put 2 out at a time. We'll see how that plays. Yep, another work card. I did shuffle these up. So I still need to work one. I need to mine one more time. So we're going to get another 4. Okay. So now I'm at 18, which next time I get a work card, I can put that out. Okay. All right. So now we have trouble. We're going to add the next event card into the deck, which is right here. So the first thing we're dealing with is hunger. Now, I have to pay 1 apple per building that I have. I only have 1 out building card, but this doesn't require an apple for hunger. So this one negates the need for that. And then I lose people equal to the number of apples that I didn't pay. So if I had like 5 buildings, I only had 4 apples, I would lose a worker. Now, if you paid it all, which I didn't have to pay anything, so I gained 2 workers. Okay. 2 more workers gained because I didn't lose anything. All right. Oh, and there's the last work card. So we're going to do a build action. We are going to play this card right here. It's going to cost me 10 money. So pay my 2 5s. And then from now on, I get to pay 2 less for. Oh, that's right. I get to pay 2 less for each building. And I can play 2 additional cards because I played this. So, oh yeah, I didn't need to mine it a couple times. So I can now play this one for 1 because it's 2 less. Hold on, I'm gonna play this one first. It's still only going to cost me 1. And then it says each time you play another card, you may pay 3 monies to add a perk or get 3 more workers. Okay, so I'm going to now play my second one from here. That's going to cost a money. And then I could pay 3 monies to get a perk, or I can, and this one gives me the benefit of when I do a restock, I can spend boxes. So this won't do anything, but I still can pay 3 to add a perk or get 3 workers. I know it's early, but man, workers are so important. I don't know if I want to pay for them necessarily, but I think I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and pay the 3. And then I'm going to put this in to gain 2 money. So, whoops. I think I had that correct. I had more than just the 5. So, and when you put a perk in, it goes right on top. Essentially what happens is when you put a perk in, it goes here on the top of the deck. And then once everyone's completed their turn, then you flip over this. But since I'm by myself, I just put it right on top. And I already collected my 2 monies for that. Now, all the work's done, so there's not going to be any more work cards in this deck. All right. Emergency fund. So here's the first twist. If I have less than 5 money, well, I have 5 exactly, then I gain 3 money. So that twist doesn't affect me. Okay, trouble. There's a trouble. We're going to add the next event. This one is paperwork. So I'm going to draw 1 card, and which kind of stinks. I don't have any cards. You're going to draw 1, but then you have to discard 2. I don't have two to discard, but I have to discard at least the one, so I can't do anything with that anyways. That just gets discarded. All right. Okay, here's the loneliness card that I mentioned. What happens here? It's solo only. So I'm looking for these little symbols at the bottom of these cards, and I would also look in my hand. And I don't have any, so this is ignored. But if I had the three little circle icon, I would gain 3 workers. If I had this little explosion icon, I would lose 3 workers. So you want to look for those when you're putting those out. And then the last one is a twist. I gain, so it's synthetic meat. You gain 2 money. And then you may pay any amount of money for as many apples. So I could buy more apples, 1 apple per money, but I have the 4. The hunger strike will come back again. We already know it's in here. I do have 4 buildings out. I'm going to need to pay 3 apples. I have 4, so I'm not going to spend any money. And that's round 1. So then you just shuffle up the progress deck. And the development deck here, as you play cards, they'll say add a certain kind of card. So if it says add maintain to the progress deck, then you just pull these out and you basically put it on top and then flip it over. And that's how you get those in. Some cards will say add a robot. So then you're pulling the top one from the robot deck. If some say add a new twist, you're taking from there. So that's how those get added in. All right. We're going to start out with paperwork. Again, I'm going to draw a card. Oh, so these are all going to come back up. Draw a card. I have to get rid of 2, so I don't get to keep it. Now we have work. So I've got plenty of money. I got plenty of apples. I'm going to do a research action so that I can gain 2 cards, so 2 building cards. And put my little token there in the middle to signify I'm done. Trouble, add the next event. So now we have a glitch. We're going to add a robot into the game. So you take the top one from the robot deck, and these are bad. This is an efficiency robot. You can see we're going to minus 5 workers, and then I can spend a box, but I don't have any boxes. And you may spend a box. If you don't, I lose 2 monies. So I'm losing 5 workers, just like that. And since I didn't have a box to spend, I also lose 2 money, which really stinks. Stupid robots. Okay, the twist, synthetic meat. That's allowing me to buy the apples, which I'm not going to do. All right, we got hunger again. So I got to pay 1 for building. This doesn't require hunger, so it's 3. So I have to pay 3 to feed my people. And then if I paid it all, I gain 2 workers. So the hunger if you got enough food to feed your people, which you definitely need, the hunger card can help you gain more people, which is nice. All right, so we got to work again. So I can either mine for money, I can do a restock to gain boxes, which I know that's going to come back up. So I need to start getting boxes. And if I do a restock, I get 2 boxes. And then here it says I may spend a box from here. And if I do, gain 4 money. And then draw a card and discard a card. Or I got 5. I could put this card out. So it lets me farm. So when I'm farming, I can either pay 2 apples or a card for 4 money. And this one lets me put trade into the deck. But I think I want to do a restock. So I'm going to take two of the boxes, and you have to put them in buildings. So I'm going to put them both here because I can spend them from here. When I restock, I may spend them from here. And if I do, I get 4 money plus so I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend. So that was my second action. I am going to spend one of them to gain 4 money give 1 to get 5. And then I gain a card, but then I got to dispose of 1. See, now this one here has the little symbol at the bottom. So does this one over here, this market. So both of these would cost me 3 workers up there. I really don't want those. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of. This does allow me to move a box, but we're just going to get rid of it. And not try not to put this one out into play. Okay. Loneliness. So, and I don't, for solitaire play only 3 if you have, I don't think this counts if you have them in your hand. I want to double check the loneliness card. Because they're not in play and you can still discard it. Let's see. That is a starting card. Let's see if they cover that one. I know they mention it in the solo. Let me look back at that. Loneliness refers to those little symbols on the buildings that never mattered before. This is the balanced developments for single player. Good developments are just great, bad ones are just awful, so loneliness compensates for that. Each time loneliness happens, you get those buildings so it's buildings you have in place. So I don't take the hit because these are in my hand. But if this card gets played up here, then I do take that hit. So right now, I've got none of them, so I'm good. All right, emergency fund. If you have less than 5, which I do not, okay, trouble, add the next event in. That's minus 4 workers. So there's 4 workers. That was from a leak. Okay, then my card came up, my perks. I gained two money. And then again, in a big player, with multiple players, when something like the perk comes up, it's only for that particular player. All right. We have a work. I got 1 more card, and I know I have still got 2 more works, so I know both of the last 2 are work cards. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 11. I could put this out there. That gives me, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to build. It's going to cost me some food. But when I play it, I can spend any number of boxes. Okay, so it's going to cost me 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only leaves me 1. Oh, 2 less for buildings. All right, I forgot. I got to remember to look back. I get to pay. I didn't. Yeah, I did that for these guys. I'm paying 2 less for buildings, so I only need to pay 8 for that guy. And each time I play another building, I may pay 3 to add a perk or add 3 more workers. I just lost, 4 workers? I could put 3 back. It takes me to no money. Or I could put a perk in, too. Well, I didn't restock. And this is, I can spend any number of boxes to gain 2 each. But I think I'm going to let that stay there. I am going to spend the 3 money, I think, to put a perk in. This will come up every time as opposed to the one time. So I'm going to put the perk in, gain 2 workers. Again, I could get 3, but that'd be the one time, and now I'll get 2 workers again when this deck gets shuffled and it comes back up. So in the long run, it'll be better. Okay, and then last, yep, it is the final work. I am going to do. I can farm to get some apples because I'm going to need them. Definitely going to need to have 4 in my next round. I could go to get some cards. I think I'm going to farm. I'm just going to, that'll give me 4 apples, 5 total. And that's it for that round. Okay. Well, we're up. We've done the first 4 events. We got to get through 13 events. And I've already lost workers. I got to keep my workers alive. So as the workers go down, each of these buildings have workers in the top corner. When you run out of workers, then you have to start basically taking your buildings down, destroying your buildings to gain those workers. Basically, they come out of that building and they'll go onto your player mat. So that's kind of how that works. So, all right. Okay, back to a work. All right. I could probably should get some money, but I don't want to play this card, even though it does add trade. And just so you guys know, if I put trade in, then I can spend a box to gain 2 cards once this card comes up. So that's what that does. But I would take the hit. I would lose 3 workers every time that one card came up and said, hey, look at that. So I think for my work, I'm going to mine for 4 money. That is my first action. Okay. Oh, there's 2 more workers. So see, already it paid off. I got 4 now instead of the 3 I would have had. Paperwork. I draw 1 card and I have to discard 2, which sucks. I don't mind losing this one. This one allows me to ignore the paperwork. Next time this comes up, I could ignore that, and I could have played a perk as well. That would have been nice. Okay. Trouble. Add the next event. So we have Temper's Flare. Lose 2 workers. Next is a glitch. Add a robot. These are never good. Drilling robot. Minus 5 workers. You may lose a building. If you don't, you lose 3 more workers. Oh, geez. So I'm losing 5 no matter what. I can lose a worker. If I don't, minus 3. So I'm going to have to lose this one because this doesn't hurt me. This doesn't do anything for me at this point. It does nothing. So I might as well just chuck that one. And then I don't lose any more workers. Okay. Synthetic meat. I can pay 2 money. I'm sorry, plus 2 money. I get 2 money. And then I may pay any amount of money to get apples. So I know I'm going to have that. I'm going to need 4. Well, I've got 5 apples. And I'm going to need 4. So I'm okay. I don't need to buy more at the moment. Okay. 2 more monies for me. Efficiency robot. Minus 5 workers. And then I may spend a box. And if I don't, I lose the money. I lose 2 money. You may spend a box. I think the box counts as a worker. Let me look up efficiency robot. Let me just make sure, because I've seen that on a different card. And that one's not listed in here. You may spend, which means you don't have to. If you don't, I think it says, I think you're going to either lose $2 or you're going to lose the box. Did I pay my 5? Shoot. I don't know if I threw my 5 people in already. I don't think I did. I may have just messed myself up. I think I did from that one. I don't think I paid it for this one. And then I may spend this. And if I don't, it's going to cost me 2 money. I think I'm going to get rid of the 2 money because I think I want to keep that box. All right, work. I need buildings. I need research. I need 2 cards. Whoops, it's 3. All right, so that action is done. So I've got an assembly line where I can pay one less money for buildings, and then if I lose this building, then I can build something. This says play. When I play this dome, I have to add the next event, which costs a lot, but gives me a ton of workers and does help advance that. We do want to get these events in, which are all bad. We want to get them in to get to that final one anyways. All right, so I did my research. Okay, another work. That's right, I already have the pay 2 less. So this would go in for free. So this will go in for free. And now I'm paying 3 less total for buildings. I did a build action. Okay. All right. Last work action. I am going to... each time you play a card, you may pay 3 to get a perk. So backing up 1, I am going to pay 3 money to put another perk in to the deck. Okay, so let me backtrack because that would go on top. I'm going to put this one in to gain a card. Okay. So then we go to the work. All right. So now the last work one is going to cost 3 less. So this could go in for free. But then I'm going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to need 6 apples. So I think I'm not going to put anything. I think I'm just going to mine. So, whoops, put that in the wrong one. I'm going to mine for money. Okay. Because I got 5 buildings out. I'm going to have the hunger come up. Loneliness. It's not there. If you have less than 5 money, which I don't. Trouble, add the next event. Lose 3 workers. Okay. A leak, lose 4 workers. Ugh. See other people come and go. And then hunger. 1 per building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We pay all 5. And if I paid it all, I get 2 back. So, all right. I'm down to 12 workers, but I do have quite a few in my buildings. That Crater Homes I paid does give me 12. This one can give me 20. I kind of want to get this guy out there. I'm going to need 12 coin to play it. So all right. Okay, 2 money off the bat. That's helpful. I'm at 9. I need 12 to get him? Loneliness. There's nothing. Oh, efficiency robot. -5 workers. May spend I'm going to spend this. I'm going to spend that, I guess, so I don't lose more money. I need my money at this point. Work. Put these back. And I'm going to go mine again so I can get my money. Now I've got enough for my next work to build this guy. Leak. -4 workers. Oof. We've got trouble. Add the next event, which is an accident. Oof. So -3 workers. I don't see. That would wipe this out. Let me double check on something because I remember reading that you can't sell the building unless you have to. Let's see. Anytime you have to lose, they come from your playmat. If there aren't there, you lose a building, gaining it's printed on your playmat. Then you keep losing buildings. When you finally have enough in your playmat, lose that. You can't just lose a building because you want to. You have to be forced to Whenever you lose a building, be a building, it doesn't matter how many it has. More than you can, you're reduced to no between your playmat and your buildings. Okay, so that's right. So the 3 that I have to pay come from here. So I don't have any more here, but they are in my buildings. So gain a card. Time you get 1 apple or more, gain a worker. When I play this, I'm going to add tourists into there. Okay. So a glitch, add a robot. I really want my worker. So it's -5 people. So if I lose this, so we're going to take this one. It has 12 people. I'll gain 4 apples when I lose it, which is good. I got 12 workers out of this building, -5. So what was that? 7. So I got 7 left over. And if I have 5 or more if I have 5 buildings or more in my hand, which I only have 3, then I lose 1. Okay. Plus 2 people, 2 workers. Come on back. Work. All right. So we are going to build. So this is going to cost 3 less. So this is going to cost me 12. Okay. To go in. And then I played another one, so I may pay 3, which I don't have the 3. Okay, now I got to play the next event card, which is an accident, which means lose 3 workers. But it gets more events out. So that's 8th event. Hunger, got to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I only have 4 apples, and I lose a worker equal to the food that I didn't pay because they went hungry. All right. Take 1 -2. So this is a cave. Then when I play it, I may build again. But you have to have the money for it anyways. I think I'm going to get rid of these 2. Okay. Trouble, add the next. -4 workers. So got 1 left on my moon base there. -2. There's 1, and I got to get rid of. So I could get rid of this building because that's all it does now is just giving me the 20 workers. So I need to get rid of. So now I'm getting 19 back because I'm getting 20 from that building. So that's going to help me. Okay. Back to work. Oh, that goes there. That goes there. I am going to. Oh, back when I spent that thing, I spent that building. That box was here. I was supposed to get 4 money plus take a card, and I got to pay attention to my cards. I missed this. Because when I spent that, because I had to spend it, otherwise I was going to lose. I had to spend it, but I get to do this. No, I don't think so, because this is when I do a restock, then I can spend a thing from there. I don't know if that would count when the card thing says you have to spend a box. But I did spend it from here. I'm going to translate that as yes. So take 1 and get rid of 1. just get rid of that one. All right. So this can go out for free. I can build this for free. Again, this does the same thing this does. It's the same card. It can go out for free, or I can take 2 more cards. Or I think I already had my hunger strike. Let's do research. Let's take 2 more cards. Okay. Whoops. Robots. -5. You may lose a building. If I don't, I lose 3 more workers. You may lose a building. So I do lose the 5. They have to come from here. Then it says I can lose a building, and if I don't, I'm going to lose 3 more people. So I could lose this one to gain. I'm going to lose this one, and I'll gain my 6 people from it. So, okay. Synthetic meat, gain $2. And I can pay any amount to buy apples. I'm going to skip for now. An accident, lose 3 workers. Emergency fund, if you have less than 5, which I don't. I've not ever had that one. My last work. So I can still build for free. This guy will cost 1. He would cost 2. He would let me get a card when I do a research. And when I lose this building, it goes back to my hand. So why don't we build this guy for 1? And then each time I play, I may pay 3 to add a perk. So let's and we're going to do the 2 apples. That's my 4th. All right. Deck is empty. Reshuffle. Okay, this is the furthest I've gotten in this game so far. We are up to event number 10. So 10 and 11 will come into this game on this run through this deck, and then 12 and 13 being the end of the game on the next shuffle. So let's see if we can make it. Okay, work. I'm going to go ahead and farm for 4 apples. Then I gained 2. Okay. Gain a card. The restaurant gives me only 3 people. Oh, but I can play a perk when I play that, which gives me a box. My last perk. Glitch, add a robot. It's a sentient AI. I lose 8 workers and I add a twist. So there's 10. 2 back, and we add a twist. It says you may spend 2 workers to research, which would give me 2 cards. Give me 3 cards, actually. It's risky research because I'm losing 2 workers. I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm going to just hold off. Next is -5 workers for the research robot. And then if I have 5 or more in my hand, I lose 1, but I don't. Working again. Have 3. This would cost me 5. This would cost me 2. I think I'm going to mine, get 4 more money. Temper's Flare, -2 workers. Working again. So now I want to build. All right. I want to put this guy out into play. It's going to be 3 less. So it's going to cost me 5. And then every time I play it, I may pay 3, which I don't have. But this guy lets me play a perk, which does give me this box. And I'm just going to put it... I'm going to put it there. And then when I farm, I may spend an apple to gain 4 money. Okay. Hunger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have 5 apples. Okay. If you paid all, I gain 2 workers. Even my guys back. Paperwork. Draw 1, discard 2. So out of these 3, I gotta figure out which one do I want to keep. Well, this will be I think I'll get rid of these 2. Trouble. Add the next event. Airlock -5, so I got 4 here. This would give me 7 guys. Let me take it from here, because this goes back into my hand when I lose it. So when it's lost, I put it back in my hand. It gains me 7. I paid, what, 4? 5, so I'm gaining 6 back. Okay. Accident, -3 workers. Ugh. Yeah, that's the thing. More and more accidents happen. More robots are out there. It's dangerous living on the moon. If you have less than 5, hey, I do. I gain 3. I finally gain on that card. Oh, 2 more money. A leak, -4 workers. So that's 3. All right, we're going to lose this because it does let me build. So I need 1. Gives me 4 workers, but I got to lose 1 to the thing. But I can build when I lose it. And so we're going to build this one. It's going to cost me 1 because I have -2. I lost my -1, so my buildings cost 2 less now. And I get to play 3 boxes here. At any time, I may spend a box from there to put a card in my hand. Okay. And I think I'm going to do that now. I'm going to spend it to put a card in my hand. It's a complex. 16 people play. You get +1 worker per 2 buildings you have, rounded down. Okay. So I need money. I need to get him out. He's got 16 people. Add the next event. So that's -6 workers. It's getting harder and harder. So that's 3 gone. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this building. So I need 3 more. So I'm going to get 4 guys out of there, out of this building. Oh, another accident. -3 workers. See, it's getting more and more dangerous on the moon the longer we're here. Work. Okay. I already did. If I farm, then I can spend apples for. I can spend an apple for money. So I could farm to get 4 money and 4 apples. So that gives me 4 apples, and then here I may spend an apple to get 4 money. That's worth it. Because then this card is only going to cost me 10 to put out, which I have. So let's get another build, baby. Oh, that was my last build. Synthetic meat. I get paid 2. I may pay any amount to get those, which I don't need at this time. Loneliness. There's no other symbols. A leak. -4. We are running out of people. Running out of people. So I don't want to get rid of this because I like the 2 less money. I'm at 12. Well, I have the 12. I can pay for this. This will give me 7 people. My buildings are going to cost what they cost now. So that's 5, 6, 7. I'm going to lose 4 from here. Okay. So I got 4 left. Oh, gain 2 back. -3 for an accident. I know there's a card too if you have you can play the boxes to ignore the accidents. That's a great card. Efficiency robot -5. Oh, okay. We are running, and I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose my boxes too. So I can spend any time here to gain a card. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of. So I'm gonna lose the box. This gives me 3 people, which I'll lose 3, 4, 5. Oof. I may spend a box if I don't. Oh, I may spend a box. I'm going to spend this box. That's where this came in. I may spend the box, and anytime I do, I get to take a card. And then the last one, it's a drilling robot. So it's 5 people. You may lose a building. If I don't, it's going to be 3 more, but I am going to lose this building. So I can spend this at any time. I'm going to spend that to gain another card. I don't know if I can do that because it's not my turn. I don't think I can. It says any time you may spend, but I don't know if I can do that during that event because that's a robot attacking. I don't know. I'm gonna say I can't. So this is 5. I'm gonna lose that. I have 1 worker left. Is all I have. Okay. So I need to be able to get this building out ASAP. It's got to be the first thing because that's the only place I'm gaining 16 workers from. I need that to come up. Otherwise, I am really, really, really toast. So please give me a work card. I need work. Please be work. No! A leak, -4 people. I only have 1 person. That's it. I lost. I have no buildings to pull the workers from. Now, add the next event. So I'm just curious, where was my first work card? 4 cards down. I needed this first. If I could have done this, I might have survived because I had the money to pay to put this out. And that gives me, I'd have been 16 plus the 1 there. Oh, goodness. All right. Let me, did I even log this play? I don't think I did. I will. But anyways, let's go back to the table. That is Blood Moon Colony and I'm sorry, Moon Colony Bloodbath. And the game is a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed. There's a lot still. Like there will be with more people. You're going to go through these decks that are on the table. A lot more stuff's going to get put into the game. You will have more robots. You're going to have more twists. You're going to have more of these developments because people are, right now it's just one person playing cards. So you're only going to see a couple developments pop out. I think we had 1. So with 4 or 5 people, you're gonna see that stuff a lot more. And the gameplay is quick. This was, well, I'm at 54 minutes, but it's me doing this and talking through. But I think they say it's about a 45-minute game. And yeah, about 45 minutes. So again, even with multiple people, I was explaining things. I went to the book a few times. So, and I had this whole intro and this outro. So really, right about the 45 minutes, I got real close to winning. But it's a tough game, and it's, this is the point, is everyone's going to die. And when you have multiple people, basically once somebody loses everybody, and then the game will end, and whoever has the most workers still alive wins the game. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed. Again, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon for us, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks so much. Have a great day.